It's Pokemon Day! What's up, you guys? Williamson.
Uh,
Did I
uh,
mess up already?
yes.
Oh God! Oh my God! Go to our next video.
Fade to black.
Foster.
Fade to black.
I'm Foster,
And I'm Williamson.
and we were just minding our own business, doing our own thing, smoking some stuff, and then we see something very interesting from the Pokemon Company. We see the announcements for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Shield coming. Did they say a date or just later?
Nope, later this year.
Ah, they just love to tease us, those brilliant bastards. Anyways,
Yeah.
we got a good look at the region and the starters, who are a monkey, a rabbit, and a lizard. What was that last thing supposed to be?
Um, I think they said a lizard, but it looks kind of like a gecko again.
I guess. Anyways, and the name of these starters happen to be drumroll, 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 drumroll.
Grookey, the grass monkey, Scorbunny, the fire bunny, and Sobel, the water lizard.
And I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty adorable. I kind of want all of them.
Yes, they are, I think, a good set of starters.
Yes, but the thing for me is, I'm just gonna say this. I'm surprised. I didn't think the games would look this good.
Yeah, I was really pleased with the in-game footage they showed.
The one thing that did kind of, I don't want to say bothered me, but I kind of noticed when my friend messaged me saying, hey, does the game look weird to you? I'm like, it looked a little blocky. Like, there were parts of it that just, it didn't look completely done, but I'm kind of okay with that, because when it is done, it's going to look that much better.
Yeah, they had to do an announcement, and it's their first time on a new console, so
Yeah.
for a main series game.
I was about to say, Let's Go was a thing. Was it? Do people still play Let's Go? Do they?
I think everybody's gone back to Alola.
Yeah, you say that, but I'm still watching the show, and it hasn't gotten great yet. Apparently, it gets better in like 10 or so episodes in the Japanese version, but I can't deal with that. I have to watch English stuff. It's what I was born and raised on.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I was pleasantly surprised that they showed Pokemon from every previous generation in the trailer.
Yeah,
So-
I was too.
I am hoping that means that a full Pokedex comes back.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't mean it, but
And not only that, you say that, but also, well, there was the trainer threw a Pokeball at Pokemon, which means wild battles are back.
yes,
Or
they
the-
are.
Or they're just lying to us, either way.
Now, they did mention gyms, so I'm guessing that means they're back for this gen, but who knows?
Yeah, because you mentioned to me through text those jersey things they were wearing. And I was and you brought up the triathlon from Gen 2, but I was kind of thinking Gen 5 when they did all those weird sports thing in that one city with the Ferris wheel.
I really don't know Gen 5 that well still, so
Does anybody at this point?
I've met some people who really enjoy Gen 5.
I mean, it was good for what it was, but I don't know. Gen 8 is looking really good right now.
Yes. The only I didn't really have any issues. I don't know. The water looked a little funny to me. I think is that what you were talking about with the blocky, where
Yeah,
it didn't
and
quite
the
match the rest
sky,
of the game.
the sky kind of looked a little blocky too, but the water really started to stand out to me the more I was watching it.
Yeah. That was just. I'm wondering if that's just an input kind of texture for the animation until they finish. But I think I could learn to live with it if they don't change it.
Yeah. And one of the big things that everybody was talking about, how it needs to be like Zelda tier, like Breath of the Wild style, Super Mario Odyssey, even though I don't really consider Super Mario Odyssey an open world game. And from the looks of it, we got none of that. Are you at all disappointed, or you're just like me when you're like, I wasn't expecting it, so I wasn't disappointed?
I wasn't really expecting them to go open world. It's such a big step that maybe there might be branching paths where you still go all the same places, but you have limited ways of getting there.
Yeah.
So maybe I could face different gyms in different orders if they're gyms, but still have to face all those gyms and go certain paths. So
yeah, I guess the thing for me was just they're not going to make that big of a change so seemingly so soon. But with Game Freak developing the game Town that's coming out eventually, sometime in the next 10 years, that's kind of the style that people are like, I could get behind a Pokemon game like that. So if Game Freak were able to work on Town and other games like that for a few years, then we got a more open style Pokemon game, I could live with it. I still don't think we'd get Breath of the Wild tier for several years, but maybe it doesn't have to be.
I think to go that far, it would have to be like the previous Pokemon game was the worst selling ever. It would be like Game Freak attempting to win back, but they don't need to. They produce good games consistently.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes they make little issues that fans don't care for, but overall the games have always been good quality.
Yeah, because a lot of people said the one thing they didn't want was Gen 1, pandering, just Gen 1 specific stuff. And I kind of agree. You're not going to get more fans from catering to a certain demographic if you open it up for everybody and just show, hey, whether you like Gen 1, Gen 3, Gen 2, whatever, this is what we have for you. And just not necessarily cater to everybody, but just don't cater to one specific type of fan more than the other.
Yes. But can I say one thing?
Go for it.
Kalos post game. Come on, you can do it.
You're so set on that. I would love that. I loved Kalos. I love the games. I love the anime. I've said before that the Kalos arc of the anime was my favorite arc of the anime ever. Before they left Kalos seemingly for good, and let's not talk about that. But here's the thing. That would be great. But I'm not expecting it. And before people possibly get on me, I like Alola. Alola did a lot of stuff really well. They have the best team, Team Skull. But the anime just isn't doing it for me. If you like it, that's amazing. I hope you're having fun, but just it has its bright spots, but it's not winning me over like some of the other ones.
Yeah. And in all honesty, I don't expect a Kalos post game. It's just
you're hoping.
Yes, because I mean, just they connect it through the channel, and it could be like how they connected Gen 1 and Gen 2, where there was a train, because there is one. So, I mean, it makes sense that they could do it if they want.
Yeah, I think they could. So, do you know? Even though we don't have box art, even though we haven't seen the legendaries, do you know which version you're picking up?
Not yet, because I am a big fan of picking based on legendaries, and
yeah,
I don't know. They both look good, I think. So, I just know that the next one will probably reveal either the legendaries or the final two stages of the starter Pokemon.
And I will do my best to avoid seeing the next two evolution steps, but I will fail miserably, but knowing me, I'll forget anyway. So it works out either way.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay, so the one thing, I'm not necessarily worried about this, but it's just something that's been in the back of my mind. And the battle system seemed seemingly unchanged. Now, I know that might just be from the 3 seconds we saw of it, but that is something I was wondering. Since it's such a going from Game Boy Color to Game Boy to DS to 3DS to Switch, I was wondering, are they going to change up the battle system at all? Is it going to be anything they're going to add, take away? So I want to get your thoughts. Do you think they made the right call so far, or what do you expect?
if this is what they were comfortable doing, they made the right call.
Right.
Because overreaching, companies have done that recently. I mean, just look at Bethesda with Fallout 76. They overreached doing something that they've never attempted before, and then created a product that not even the fans wanted to play. Like the die-hard Fallout fans, they don't really play it. So, I mean, if they had gone, let's make something brand new with Pokemon, and then done something extremely different, I don't think it would have been successful if
I
they
agree.
could do it well.
I agree to an extent, and this is going to be a really weird kind of connection. But I remember on the Wii, the Pokepark games, don't judge. They kind of had this simplified battling system of you would run around and dodge attacks. You'd press like 2 to do Thunderbolt or 1 for quick attack and shake it for Iron Tail. I think that's something if they opened it up a little bit more and made it a little more complicated, that could work down the line. I mean, they've already tested it, so. But for now, I'm fine. I'm fine with what we've got.
Yeah, it's when you think about it, Pokemon is still a turn-based RPG. That's
Right.
what it's been for what? This has been it's over 2 decades old now. So
Yeah, it's pretty much as old as us.
yeah. So I can understand why they chose to continue with that for now. Maybe they add mixed in elements next gen, or maybe they may have them in this gen. So we just haven't seen enough yet to know that.
So just a couple more things. Gen 6 had Mega Evolution. Gen 7 had Alolan Forms and Z moves. Do you think we're going to get any new Mega Evolutions, Alola Forms, or Z moves? Or do you think we're just going to get something completely different?
I think they're going to get... I don't really know. Personally, I think they should go back to Mega Evolutions because I just preferred that style. And again, I'm a Gen 2 person, so I want Gen 2 Mega Evolutions.
Of course. It's all about what you want, isn't it?
But do I think they're going to go back? Probably not. They'll probably pick something new. Of course, they're going to have the stones for Mega Evolution and Z moves in there somewhere, probably. If they're going with something brand new, they'll both probably be post-game, where you can, like how you could go to the battle tree in Alola to get the Mega Stones.
So I don't remember what channel I was watching this on, but somebody predicted they would be doing Pokemon fusions, and I was thinking that would be interesting, but at the same time, there are, I hate to use this joke, but over 9,000 combinations to make, so I don't think so. It would be extremely limited at first if they even thought of doing that, but I don't think it's going to be that for now.
I really don't want it to be Pokemon Fusion. I just don't think it would work well.
No, I don't think so.
I could see them. I just don't know what they would do because now they've messed with moves and they've messed with evolution. I could see them maybe going with more battle bond kind of stuff, where like how they had it with
Ash Greninja.
Yeah, where it's a new form for a handful of Pokemon that is more powerful, but you have to defeat another Pokemon first to activate it.
I would honestly be okay with that. I would be 100% okay with that.
Yeah, I think that one could work because it's a bit more limited than Mega Evolution, but it gives you a bit more of an advantage than just a single Z move. Because I used that on the first Pokemon. Well, now we're on the 6th, and I don't have access to it again.
Now, some rumors were right. Like, for example, it looks like a bigger region, just from so far. And that was one of the rumors, and so far that looks to be right. But some were wrong. Like, people saying it's going to be Pokemon Plus and Minus, or King and Queen, that sort of thing.
Now that one wasn't too far off, you have to admit, because
Not too much, no.
Because it's sword and shield. Sorry, I tried to combine those two words.
Oh god. It is relatively close. They were close, but I don't know.
So if this Pokemon game gets, what is it? Like a crystal version rather than just a sequel game, is it gonna be Pokemon Mace or?
I mean,
Arrow?
It's already going to be rumored that Pokemon Gun is coming out, and if that's the case, we're going to have to get that for Jabari.
Yes, we will.
Anyways, but this is the biggest question. Pokemon Shield. Are Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns going to be in this game?
Hopefully a reference to them. Just something random. Like 3 people, and then one of them beats the other 2 up with a chair.
Oh god. Sad thing is, I'm wearing my Shield shirt today. Hey, and then the announcement came out, and I'm just like, I'm getting sick and tired of predicting this stuff. I didn't even mean for that to happen. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna wear my Shield shirt. Roman's back. Everybody's good. Just gonna wear my Shield shirt. Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out. Well.
So I think I know which version you're getting now.
Well, at this point, yeah, I kind of have to. I already tweeted at the Pokemon Company. Was Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, were there your inspiration for this? They haven't responded yet, but it's gotten like 8-something likes, so maybe they'll respond eventually. Probably not. They don't know who we are. They probably shouldn't care.
Yeah, no. I think I was actually back to the starters real quick. I was pleasantly surprised with the simplicity yet the design of the Pokemon. They didn't do too much. Like that's why I don't care for the Gen 5 starters. I feel that there was a little too much detail on them.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see that. I think partially also the thing for me is I can't really predict where these starters are going to go in terms of typing. Like you told me the rabbit, the fire one, whatever its name was, you said it might be firefighting. I could see that, but I don't know. I feel like it could be a weird case of Gen 2ism where it could just be a singular fire type.
I could see that. I could also see them kind of going the route of Gen 7 where I mean, it's the fire Pokemon is a fighting type, but no, it's not. So
it's a dark type.
They designed it after a wrestler and then went, it's not fighting. Really?
Yeah. That's. I feel like here's the thing. I feel like the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, they're not. I feel like they're very smart people. I think they just know how to screw with their fan base in just the right way because we keep coming back no matter what.
That is true.
And I remember a couple of weeks ago when they were saying, "Hey, Pokemon Go, should we tell them something tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Wait, what are they talking about?" Like, "No, let's wait to tell them tomorrow." You know what? Let's tell them today. I'm like, "Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?" Shiny Meltan for Let's Go and Pokemon Go. And I'm like, "You bastards. You knew exactly what you were doing. I'm still going to play them. I'm still going to buy them. They know what they're doing."
Well, I mean, think about it this way. For the last week, they've been doing that countdown on the official site starting with Visit Kanto, then Johto, then Hoenn, and so on and so forth, all the way through till they did Alola yesterday and before the announcement today.
I also love how in the comment section, just looking at it, Gen 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 were just like, oh, those were really fun regions. Those were cool. And then Gen 1, people are just like, oh, you're not taking us back to Gen 1 again, are you? Please tell me you're not. Please don't take us back to Gen 1. And then Gen 4, people are like, Gen 4 remakes confirmed. I'm just like, we can't get Ultra Sun and Moon, Let's Go, and Sinnoh remakes. We can't get those all back to back. That might put me on burnout for a little bit. If anything, we'll probably get them next year. Probably.
Yes, because they're probably on the second team or first team, whatever team that does. Because I know there's 2 separate teams that do remakes versus the other ones.
Yeah.
So do you think they're now going to be... So it's going to be a new generation, so this
Got it.
year, then a remake of the base games, so next will be Diamond and Pearl, and then a new Let's Go game will be the remake of whatever the second game or sequel games are. So it'll be something for Crystal next as the Let's Go game.
So Pokemon Let's Go Togepi. That's what
Probably.
everybody's saying. No,
Probably.
sad thing is, I feel like, because you haven't played Let's Go, right?
No, I'm still waiting to buy a Switch.
Yeah, so I get the feeling you're gonna like the main games more than the Let's Go games, but watch, just to screw with you, that's gonna be where they give for Alligator a Mega Evolution in the next Let's Go game.
I would be fine with that because eventually it would be made into the main series.
I mean, yeah, but they would just be like, hey, you like the mainline games? Yeah? Well, you're not getting it for Alligator Mega Evolution there yet. We're gonna put it in Let's Go first.
I would have to buy that then.
Oh my god, we're such sellouts, but I love it. It's so great.
It's just Pokemon Company, take my money.
Yeah, Pokemon Company, you've done a lot for us for like 20-something years. Hasn't been perfect, but it's been pretty damn good. So, I'm excited, you're excited, no one cares what Jogger Joe thinks.
Is he staring at you through the window now?
No, not yet. Anyway, Ace, I don't think I have anything else, so do you have anything?
Nope, and this will probably be our last reaction to Pokemon till maybe the games come out. Just because I know you don't want to be spoiled for anything, really.
Yeah, potentially, but maybe, who knows, maybe if you guys want, the two of you who would comment, we might talk about Detective Pikachu when it comes out in, May. So, yeah, maybe May, who knows.
Speaking of that, did you see the Ryan Reynolds video where he apparently abandoned his family to become Pikachu?
I mean, I would do the same. He's a good role model for children. Him and that Deadpool guy, I wonder who... They seem a lot alike. Anyways, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta Shield, starring Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoy the games. As usual, if you want to like or subscribe or something, do we care?
No.
No. Just remember one thing. When you're a Pokemon master, you're the very best, like no one ever was. But not as good as me. I'm Foster.
And I'm Williamson.
And this has been our discussion of Pokemon Sword and Shield. And remember, with the Anime Egotists, if you disagree, you're wrong.
If you smell our content, it sucks.